Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Why do some people get offended when you talk about money, but feel completely normal complaining about being broke? Why does the phrase, "I want to be wealthy," sound arrogant to some people, but "life is hard" sounds honest and respectable? This is not coincidence. This is not culture alone. This is psychology. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's the truth most people never hear. Many people don't just live in poverty. They defend it. They justify it. They protect it. They even attack anyone who challenges it. Not because poverty is good, but because the human mind hates feeling wrong. Let me explain. Every person carries an image of themselves in their head. I'm smart. I'm hardworking. I'm a good person. Now imagine someone who works for years, struggles financially, and still goes nowhere. That creates a problem, because if they're smart and hardworking, why are they still broke? Psychology calls this conflict cognitive dissonance, and the brain will do anything to remove that discomfort. So instead of asking, "What am I doing wrong?" the mind asks a safer question: "What's wrong with money?" Suddenly, money becomes the villain. Money is evil. Rich people are greedy. Money ruins relationships. I don't care about money anyway. This is not wisdom. This is ego protection. The mind is saying, if I can't win financially, I'll change the meaning of winning. And this is where human behavior becomes dangerous. People don't just justify their situation. They start attacking alternatives. Anyone who talks about business sounds fake. Anyone who improves financially is changed. Anyone who dreams big is delusional. Why? Because your success forces them to face something painful, that poverty might not be fate, but mindset. And the brain hates that idea, so instead of changing beliefs, it attacks the messenger. This is why conversations about money get emotional so fast. You're not discussing income. You're threatening identity, and identity always fights back. Now let's go deeper. From childhood, most people are programmed with survival psychology, not growth psychology. They're told, play it safe. Get a stable job. Don't take risks. Money causes problems. Over time, these ideas become subconscious rules. So when adulthood arrives, struggle feels normal, poverty feels familiar, and wealth feels dangerous. Psychology shows us something powerful. The brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar growth. That's why people defend what they know, even if it's hurting them. Now add group psychology. Humans want belonging more than success. If everyone around you is struggling, improving financially feels like betrayal. You start hearing things like, "Don't forget your roots. You've changed. Why are you acting different?" What they really mean is, your growth makes us uncomfortable. So groups create invisible rules. Don't talk too much about money. Don't show ambition. Don't outgrow us. And anyone who breaks these rules is labeled arrogant or selfish. This keeps everyone equal, but equally stuck. That's how poverty becomes a shared identity. And once poverty becomes identity, any attack on poverty feels personal. That's why people defend it so emotionally. Now let's talk about another hidden psychological trap: learned helplessness. When someone tries repeatedly and fails, their brain learns effort doesn't work. So even when opportunity appears, they ignore it. And when someone else talks about opportunity, they react with anger or sarcasm. Not because the idea is wrong, but because it threatens a belief they've built their life around. This is why advice feels insulting to some people. It implies change is possible, and possibility destroys excuses. Now here's where dark psychology comes in. Not manipulation, but awareness. People often attack what they secretly desire but feel incapable of achieving. So desire turns into disgust. I don't want money. I just want peace. I'm not materialistic. But notice something interesting. If money truly didn't matter, they wouldn't talk about it so much. Indifference is silent. Defense is loud. That anger, that mockery, it's fear. Fear of realizing that life could have been different. Now let's talk about society's role. Society doesn't openly tell people to stay poor. It does something smarter. It romanticizes struggle. Movies show the poor hero as pure and honest, the rich character as corrupt and empty. Culture quietly teaches a dangerous trade-off. You can be good, or you can be wealthy. So when people fail financially, their brain protects them by saying, "At least you're a good person." This is called moral compensation. When people feel weak in one area, they exaggerate strength in another. Lack money, exaggerate morality. And anyone who threatens that balance becomes the enemy. But here's the uncomfortable psychological truth. Money doesn't change character. It reveals it. And poverty doesn't purify character either. That idea is terrifying because it removes the comfort story. Now here's the difference between people who stay stuck and people who escape. People who stay poor focus on explanations. People who escape focus on control. Explaining feels intelligent. Control feels risky. And the brain prefers safety over growth. This is why information alone doesn't change lives. Identity does. If someone sees themselves as just an employee, opportunities don't even register. Their mind filters them out. So defending poverty becomes automatic. It keeps identity intact. Now let's flip the perspective. Breaking free financially doesn't mean hating poor people. It means rejecting poor thinking. It means accepting something painful. No one is coming to save you. No system will wake you up. No motivation video will rescue you. And yes, that realization hurts, because it removes excuses, but it also returns power. Here's something nobody tells you. Leaving poverty often means leaving people behind, mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically. And the brain fears isolation more than failure. So many people choose belonging over growth, and then defend that choice aggressively. Not because it's right, but because questioning it would collapse their worldview. So how do you escape this mindset? First, stop arguing with people who defend poverty. You don't debate identity, you outgrow it. Second, detach self-worth from income, but never detach responsibility. You are not your money, but you are responsible for your financial reality. Third, understand this deeply. Money is not the goal. Freedom is. Choices. Peace without financial stress is not greed, it's clarity. And finally, watch who gets uncomfortable when you talk about improvement. Those reactions are information. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And that's okay. But don't let their fear decide your future. Because the most dangerous form of poverty is not lack of money. It's defending a life you secretly want to escape. If this made you think, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with me. More psychology truths are coming, the kind that don't comfort you, but change you.